After the holidays, are you worried you're gonna be left with all these leftovers? I'm gonna share with you today how we can turn our leftovers into some new recipes. I love stuffing. Aprons on, let's go. Let's make a turkey stuffing cranberry turnover using puff pastry. My mouth is watering already. Have your puff pastry sitting out for about 40 minutes so it can get to room temperature. So you're gonna need 4 ounces of cold leftover turkey chopped up. Break up some of your stuffing. You'll need 4 ounces of that crumbled up. And this is cornbread stuffing. What kind of stuffing do you like to have during the holidays? Okay, you'll need 4 ounces, so a half cup of turkey gravy. Yum. Then add 4 ounces of cranberry sauce in there as well. If you make your own cranberry sauce, that would be so good in this. I'm gonna take my puff pastry here and I'm going to cut 4 squares. I can't find my pizza cutter or else I would have used that. Okay, in a bowl, I'm gonna crack my egg and whisk it up. Add a little water. So I'm making an egg wash. Now I'm gonna take my filling, put it right in the middle. This is gonna end up making 8. I'm gonna take my egg mixture and get the sides of these. Okay, I'm gonna bring one corner over to the other and press down on it. Press the sides down to seal it together. When you've done that, bring it over to your baking sheet. We're gonna take our egg mixture and we're going to brush each turnover with them. Make sure your oven is on 400 degrees. We're going to bake this between 15 to 25 minutes. Depends on your oven. And then halfway through, we'll rotate the pan so it cooks evenly. Let them cool on a wire rack. That way they stay crispy underneath. It smells so good. Let's dig in. Goodness gracious. Look at that. This is definitely better than putting it all in a bun. That cranberry, gives it the sweetness that it needs, but it tastes like Thanksgiving and it is so good. If you want to make more turnovers, take any leftover ham, your turkey, your cheese, add that in there with your cranberries. Yum. Next, we're going to use up our leftover green bean casserole by making some stuffed mushrooms. So you'll need your green bean casserole, any mushrooms. You can do white button mushrooms. These are portobello. You'll need some shredded cheese, any cheese of your choice. I'm going to do cheddar cheese today. And then more of the fried onions that you topped your green bean casserole with. This is what it's going to end up looking like. Oh my cuteness. Now, if you have leftover green bean casserole from Thanksgiving, you can make these and then freeze them for Christmas. Take your casserole, put it right in. Then I'm gonna top it with some cheese and then top it with breadcrumbs, like a panko crunchy topping, or use some more of the fried onions. These are gonna go in a 400-degree oven for about 20-25 minutes. We'll keep an eye on them. If you wanna make another appetizer with green bean casserole, take some phyllo dough, put it into a little mini muffin tin, then put some of the casserole in it and do the same process with the cheese and the onions, and that is another yummy appetizer for you. Oh, these are so good. This is a really good way to use up your green bean casserole and make some appetizers for later on. Yum. Next is a Thanksgiving leftover lasagna, and the base of this is going to be your leftover stuffing. I love stuffing. You'll need 3 cups of your leftover mashed potatoes. What I did is heat up my potatoes, because they were cold, you know, they're leftovers, so they were in the fridge. And I put a pat of butter in there after I heated them up in the microwave. And then a little bit of milk. I don't want to make them like runny or anything. I love like a smooth, like creamy potato. But I just want to get it spreadable, put on top of that lasagna. Yum. You'll need 3 cups of your leftover stuffing. All right, get that down as evenly as you can get it. Layer number 1. Now you can use the leftover cranberry sauce you have or just open up a can. And you're going to spread it evenly over your stuffing. Layer number 2 on. If you have turkey that's crumbled, use that for this recipe, but if you have a breast left, cut it into 1/4 inch slices. Just start putting the layers of turkey on. Just gonna fill this in with more turkey. 3rd layer, the turkey layer, done. Take your mashed potatoes and get a layer top of your turkey. 4th layer, the potato layer, on. You need 6 ounces of shredded, sharp, white cheddar cheese. Oh, it's my favorite kind of cheese. Last layer, white cheddar cheese, done. Have your oven preheated to 400 degrees, and then we'll bake this for 20 minutes. Ooh, look at that. You could even put it under the broiler for like 2 minutes and get it golden. Oh, it smells so good in that cheese. Look at that. Oh, that cheese on the mashed potatoes, yum. It's like having Thanksgiving all over again, but in one bite. Let's make a hearty, comforting turkey pot pie soup. I have some avocado oil. In my pot, we're gonna saute up some onions and celery and carrots, the holy trinity. And that has been a couple of minutes, and I'm gonna add a clove of garlic in. Oh, this smells so good. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon and a half more of butter in. And then I'm going to put a few tablespoons of flour. This is gonna help us thicken it. Get all those good bits at the bottom. Coat the veggies, cook off that flour taste. Okay, once the flour is cooked, you're gonna add your chicken stock. I have about 3.5 cups of chicken stock here. I'm gonna get all those good bits at the bottom of the pan too. Oh yeah. And work that flour in. Then you're gonna add 1.5 cups of heavy cream. 3.5 cups of chopped potatoes. I have 1/2 cup of frozen peas and 1/2 cup of frozen corn. I'm gonna add 3 to 3.5 cups of our leftover chopped up turkey, 2 bay leaves, 2.5 teaspoons of salt. And don't be afraid that that's too much salt because you have those potatoes in there, they're gonna suck that up. And then 1 teaspoon of ground black pepper and 1.5 to 1 teaspoons of dried thyme. After giving this a little taste, I'm gonna add some sage in, about 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, it's brought to a boil. I'm gonna put the cover cracked open. I just lowered the heat and it's gonna simmer until I like where the potatoes are at. Oh my goodness, this soup is amazing. And that sage gave it just exactly what it needed. Oh, it is so good and so hearty. Make this with chicken. If you've got chicken to use up, do the same thing. Look at that. Oh, yum. Next is a scrumptious sweet potato shepherd's pie. So grab your sweet potatoes, peel them, cut them up, put them in a pot of water, soften them up, cook them up. You can also put them in your Instant Pot, all chopped up with like 1/2 cup of water, and high pressure them for about 12 minutes and you have soft sweet potatoes. On medium-high heat, you're gonna add your olive oil, and we're gonna saute up some celery, carrots, and onion, the holy trinity. And we're gonna do this until they're soft and translucent. Add your ground turkey. I just took my turkey and chopped it up real fine. Okay, I'm gonna add some salt and pepper. I don't have fresh thyme, so I'm gonna just use some dried. I'm gonna just grab some rosemary leaves, crush them up, get them in there. Now, if you're gonna use regular ground turkey, you'd continue this process of just cooking it until the turkey turned brown, but we don't have to do that. We can skip that step because this is already cooked. You'll add a whole can of tomato paste in. It's the 6-ounce can, so 1/4 cup. You can add 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Let's add some chicken broth. Okay, you're gonna bring this to a simmer. I did want to add a little flour in. Oops. So I'll continue simmering this. So once your sweet potatoes are cooked, you can drain them off. Add 2 tablespoons of butter, 4 ounces of softened cream cheese, salt, and pepper. You can mash your sweet potatoes first. Stir this until it's all melted and combined. Okay, you're gonna take an egg, beat it. Now we're gonna take a little bit of this sweet potato mixture and put it in and mix it in because we're trying to temper the egg. We don't wanna make like a scrambled egg with how warm it is or hot it is. So we're just gonna temper it like this. Back into our saucepan, and we're going to mix this together. Now to your skillet, you can add 12 ounces of frozen peas, and then we're gonna prepare our casserole dish and get it in. Once your mixture is in your casserole dish, top it off with the sweet potato. You have your oven preheated to 375 degrees, and this is going to bake for 30 minutes. Oh, look at this shepherd's pie. Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. The colors are so fall, isn't it? Oh my word. All right, you have the ground turkey, your frozen peas, those sweet potatoes. This is absolutely delicious. Oh, those were good. Very good. I am full. But if you want to get ahead this holiday season, click on this video here. I share with you what to stock up on right now during the holidays to use in your pantry all year long. I'll meet you over there. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye.